Bridge to IELTS, Student's Book, Class Audio CDs. CD2. Track 1.
Hi, Leah. Have you got plans for the holidays?
Yeah, I have. I'm going to Australia.
Australia? Wow, that sounds great.
I know. I'm so excited. I've been online and read quite a lot about it. And I've seen some fantastic photos too. The scenery is very beautiful all along the coastline. Have you ever been to Australia, Eric?
Yes, I have. I've only been to the southeast, but it was amazing.
When was that?
I was there last summer with a few friends. Have you heard of the Great Ocean Road? It's a very long road that goes along the coast.
Yes, I know. I've read that it's 234 kilometers long.
That's right. Well, we drove along part of the road as far as Great Otway National Park. It has really thick rainforests. The trees were so close together, it was difficult to see where we were going. In fact, we nearly got lost. We saw some spectacular views, too.
I've read that there are lots of sandy beaches all along the coastline. I really want to spend some of my holiday relaxing by the sea. I always do that on holiday, and always have. Did you spend any time on the beach?
Yes, we did, but it wasn't exactly relaxing. I went surfing. The waves were amazing. I've never seen waves like them. It was really exciting.
Surfing? That's exciting. I've never tried surfing. I don't know if I could keep my balance.
You never know till you've tried. It only took me a few days to learn how to stand on the board.
I'm not sure. I'd rather stay on dry land and enjoy some wildlife at Tower Hill. Have you heard of Tower Hill?
No, I haven't.
Tower Hill's an extinct volcano. You can see all kinds of birds and animals there. I've read it's a great place to see kangaroos and koalas. I've seen them in the zoo, of course, when I was about 5 years old. I've never seen them in the wild before.
I'm the same. I've only seen them in the zoo. I'd love to see them in their natural habitat.
Me too. Have you got any plans for the summer?
No.
Great. I've just had a brilliant idea.
Track 2.
Australia? Wow, that sounds great.
Surfing? That's exciting.
Track 3. 1.
Have you ever been to Australia?
2.
Yes, I have.
3.
Has she ever seen a kangaroo?
4.
No, she hasn't.
Track 4.
Hi, Kaz. I haven't seen you for ages. Where have you been?
Hi, Sergey. I've been in Costa Rica for the last 4 weeks.
Costa Rica? Wow! I've never been to Central America.
It was an amazing experience. I worked on a conservation project.
Conservation project? What do you mean exactly?
Well, I have been interested in animals since I was a child, and I've always loved turtles. They are my favourite animals. So, I decided to work as a volunteer on a sea turtle project to protect sea turtles and their nests on the beach.
So what did you do exactly?
Well, I spent a lot of time checking the nests. I counted the baby turtles. That was definitely the best part. I also helped to clean up the beach, and we even went on night patrols of the beach. There was a lot to do, but it was very rewarding.
So, did you have any free time?
Oh, yes. It wasn't all about work. One day I went rafting.
Rafting? You mean you only had a platform of wood to protect you from the water? I've never done that. It sounds very dangerous.
No, it wasn't. It was exciting. It was a great experience to go down the river so fast. I'm so glad that I did it. We also went walking around the base of Arenal volcano.
I've never seen a volcano. Is it extinct?
Well, not exactly, but it's not active very often. We had a spectacular view. I took lots of photographs. And another time, we went to the rainforest. I've never seen so many different colours in one place. The butterflies were so beautiful, and I loved the waterfalls. I'd definitely like to go back one day. It's the best trip I've ever had.
Track 5.
A special place of natural beauty. Well, Mount Fuji is very special for me. It is in the southwest of Japan. It's the highest mountain in our country. It's nearly 4,000 meters high. It's spectacular, so many artists have painted it. I've been to Mount Fuji. I went a long time ago. I think I was 6 years old. I can still remember it. We went in July. What is special about it for me? That's easy. It's always changing. When we saw it, it was light purple in color, but I've also seen photographs where it is snowy and grey. The way it changes color makes it very special for me. It's also special because it's a symbol of my country, of Japan.
Track 6.
Hi, Ching. What are you doing?
I'm looking at some photos. Do you want to see them?
I'd love to. Hey, is that a red egg? I've never seen an egg that color before.
It's a present from my brother Lee. Look, that's him in that photo. He's older than me. He's 26. And that's his wife, Yibo. She's my sister-in-law. They met before Lee did his military service, and they got married when he came back. Yibo is an engineer. We really get on well together. She's like a sister to me.
Who's that cute baby? She's adorable.
That's Ju. He's a baby boy, actually. He's Lee and Yibo's son. So now I'm an aunt. Ju's really funny. He's always smiling.
So that means Zhu is your nephew?
That's right. I'm Ju's aunt, and Ju is my nephew. This photo was taken at his red egg and ginger party last weekend.
Red egg and ginger party?
Yes. When people have a child, they celebrate a baby's first month birthday with a big party for family and friends. It's a really important event for us. People often have this party in a restaurant, but we had our party for Zhu at my parents' home in Beijing. Look, there's my father there, and there's my mother. They're very proud of their new grandson. My mum's amazing. She's just got her driving license at the age of 62.
Well, you're never too old to learn.
That's true. All the guests get presents from the baby's parents when they arrive at the party. Eggs are symbols of change, and they are colored red because in China, red means happiness.
So that's why you've got a red egg. What about the babies? Are they given presents too?
Oh, yes. They get red envelopes with money inside. But they're given other gifts too. Look at Zhu's hat. Do you see the little tiger on it? In China, the tiger is a very important animal, the king of all animals. It is believed that the tiger looks after babies and protects them from harm. That's why babies often get presents of tiger hats or tiger shoes. The tiger shoes usually have little eyes on them to guide the baby when they first learn to walk.
Who's that old woman standing behind you in the photo? She looks very happy.
Oh, that's my grandmother, and her husband's standing next to her. He's my grandfather. They got married just after they left school. They're very happy together.
She's holding a pair of shoes too.
So she is. And what a surprise! There's a tiger at the front of each one.
Looks like your nephew's got 2 tigers looking after him.
Track 7.
What an amazing photograph! You look so different in these clothes.
Yes, I look very formal. It's my coming-of-age ceremony. It's celebrated by all young people of the age of 20.
20?
Yes, 20 is the age we become adults. It's called the age of majority in Japan. 20 is the age when we get the vote. The ceremony is held every year in January. It's always held on a Monday, and it's always the second Monday in January. This day is a national holiday in Japan.
Do you all wear special clothes?
Girls wear special kimonos. The kimono I'm wearing is the same kimono my mum wore when she was 20. I'm wearing her white scarf and the same sandals on my feet too. Boys can wear hakama, which is the male version of a kimono, but they usually wear Western business suits.
Your kimono is so beautiful. I really like the sleeves.
They're really long, about 1 meter long. That's why they are called swinging sleeves. It's the most formal kimono for single women. Older married women wear short-sleeve kimonos.
What about the belt? It's very beautiful.
Yes, that's an obi. It's a very wide belt which is worn around the waist. It's the most expensive part of the kimono. It's so expensive, in fact, that many families have to hire them.
So, what happens during the ceremony?
Well, the ceremony varies from place to place. Some have performances and speeches, others only have speeches. We listen to government officials talking about what it means to be an adult and the importance of being responsible. We are also given money. It's an important part of the day.
What happens after the ceremony?
Most people go to parties or bars to celebrate with friends. We eat red bean rice. This is always eaten when there's something to celebrate. Well, you are only 20 once.
That's true.
Track 8.
An important life event in my country? Well, I do think that getting a driving license is a very important life event in Brazil for young people. You can't learn until you're 18. This is the age we become adults. We're no longer children. How do we prepare? Well, it's far from easy. It really does take a very long time. In fact, I really do think it can be compared to a very long journey. This is because we have to pass several tests. I think there are 4 altogether: psychological, theoretical, technical, and practical. Why is it important? Well, it's important to get your driving license because it's needed for many jobs in Brazil. What I like most is the independence it brings, the freedom to get in my car and drive where I want. It's a truly fantastic feeling.
Track 9.
I do think that getting a driving license is a very important life event in Brazil.
It's far from easy.
It really does take a very long time.
I really do think that it can be compared to a very long journey.
What I like most is the independence it brings.
It's a truly fantastic feeling.
Track 10.
Okay, so the next thing we're talking about is Earth Day, the day of conservation groups.
Yes, we're all in the Ecology Society. Let's organise something this year.
That's right, Alex. We didn't do anything last year.
We could put up some posters.
Or hand out some leaflets.
Yes, we could give out some leaflets about Earth Day.
That's okay. But what happens then? We put up posters and give out our leaflets. And then what?
I see what you mean. Giving out information isn't really celebrating Earth Day. Let's look at some ideas from Earth Day Network.
Okay.
Here's one. Planting trees. How about that?
It's not a bad idea, but how much time have we got? There are only 2 months before Earth Day.
We could ask students to buy a tree and plant it on campus for Earth Day.
Ezra, you can't just plant trees around the university. And look at this one. This looks good. What about a concert?
Yeah, we can get 2 or 3 bands.
I can find a speaker to talk about Earth Day.
We can hold it at the student theatre.
It sounds like a good idea, but it could be difficult to organise.
What do you mean?
Think about bringing the band to the theatre and selling drinks. Have we really got enough time to do this? And there's some money for the Ecology Society, but do we have enough money?
Carol's right. It could be too difficult.
Yes, it's a good idea, but we can't make a decision today. So, Carol, what's your suggestion?
How about a campus clean-up? It can't be too difficult to organise, and it includes lots of people, staff and students. I'm sure we could get people to do it. We just meet everyone and say where they can collect litter.
And there are lots of places to clean up on campus.
You bet. We could start with my room.
Oh, yuck.
Oh, no thanks, Alex.
Track 11.
And the next thing to talk about is the Red List. What is the Red List? Well, it is a list of animals in very serious danger. Animal extinction is part of nature, but humans are making this happen between 100 and 1,000 times faster than happens naturally. There are many reasons for this. All of them are connected to human activity. Let's look at 3 threats to animals: pollution, hunting, and climate change. The first part of my talk is about pollution.
Some animals are affected badly by water pollution. Let's look at 2 examples. First, in South America, otters died when chemicals went into their rivers. Second, at sea, oil pollution causes illness in dolphins. The Earth is a big place, but humans are moving into areas where animals live. The problem is that animals need their environment. When we cut down forests, we destroy the animals' habitats. Let's look at the mountain gorilla. These animals live in the mountain forests of Africa, but people have cut down their forest homes for farming, and there are just under 800 of these beautiful animals in the world now. So, animals are in danger from pollution and destruction of their environment. But others are hunted. We find and kill them to sell them. Let's take an example. The black rhino. Between the 1970s and 80s, the number of black rhinos fell by 96% because of hunting. Luckily, people do not want to buy products made from the black rhino anymore. But a much bigger problem is affecting the polar bear. The problem is climate change, the Earth becoming warmer. Polar bears live in the Arctic, where effects of climate change can be easily seen. Polar bears hunt on the sea ice, but now the ice is melting earlier, which means that the bears have a shorter time to find food. So, now let's look at ways of helping these animals.
Track 12.
Destruction. Pollution. Conservation. Extinction.
Track 13.
OK. Can you tell me what you think the biggest environmental problem is and the reasons for this?
I'm not sure, but I think the main problem is not recycling enough. I guess people always want to buy the latest things. New clothes, a new mobile phone or car. We use them for a short time, then we want the next new thing. I think recycling more can help. By recycling, we don't use up resources and we can use the old things again. I try to help by using things I don't need again. I give things to charity or sell them online. Or when they really are not good, I recycle them.
Track 14. 1.
I think the main problem is not recycling enough.
2.
I guess people always want to buy the latest things.
3. I'm not sure. Track 15.
Lighter. Faster. Cheaper. Longer.
Track 16.
It's lighter than this one.
It's faster than the others.
It's much cheaper than before.
It lasts longer than the others.
Track 17.
Hello everyone. Welcome to today's talk on modern design. Today, Susan Meyer from German engineering company MET is talking about design engineering. Susan.
Thanks, Professor Finley. Today, design engineers work in the top jobs at some of the world's biggest companies. Some of these include Apple's Jonathan Ive, Muji's Naoto Fukasawa, and Dyson's James Dyson. The first part of my talk is about what design engineering is and the skills design engineers need. In the second part, I'm talking about the ideas behind good design engineering. So, first of all, what is a design engineer? A design engineer researches what things or products people like to buy. They also develop ideas for new products. They work in many different areas of industry, from computers to vacuum cleaners. A design engineer manages the process of making something from idea to product. For this reason, they work with lots of people. What skills does a design engineer need? Let's look at 3 things. First, they need to be good at engineering, and they may have an education in art and design. Next, they are creative and can think of new ideas. Many engineering projects are answers to questions like, can we make this product better? Third, they are good at solving problems. Design engineers don't just think of ideas, they also think of ways to make their ideas real. Let me give you some examples of this. James Dyson designed a new vacuum cleaner and made it more efficient. His company takes ordinary machines like hand dryers or air fans and uses modern technology to make the product different and work better. In Japan, Naoto Fukasawa looked at CD players and made the design simpler. Fukasawa has also designed mobile phones and other products. He believes good design comes from nature and the environment. Design engineers need a good understanding of engineering, but design engineers can't do everything. To make a product in the modern world, we need a team of people. Design engineers need good teamwork skills and need to be good at communicating. Probably the most famous design engineer in the world is Apple's Jonathan Ive. He developed a new way of carrying music around with us in our pocket. Jonathan Ive always says that success is because of his team. He works with a small team in an open office space. All the team work with the same ideas to keep Apple's products simple and easy to use. So, we have 3 sides of the job. Firstly, researching products and thinking of good ideas. Secondly, working in a team to bring the product to manufacture. And the third thing, a good business mind. Design engineers need a good knowledge of business. Design engineers know how to design products that people want to buy. And this is why they have moved into top jobs in business. Now, let's turn to the ideas behind good design engineering.
Track 18. Megumi.
Let me think. My favorite object that I bought recently is probably my new smartphone. I got it a few weeks ago. I bought it online, actually. I needed it because I lost my old one. I'm always losing things. This phone was good value. I'm a student, and the most important thing for me is price. I like it a lot because it has the same features as the others, but it's much cheaper.
Caroline.
What's my favourite object that I bought recently? It's definitely a pair of shoes. I love them so much. I bought them in a designer store last week. I went to a party on Saturday and I wanted something new to wear. They are bright red and they look really stylish and unusual. I've never seen anything like them.
Mohammed.
I don't know. I haven't bought anything recently. Let me think. Well, I'm wearing my smartwatch. I bought it in Singapore last summer. I got it because it's just so amazing. Look, when you press here, it becomes a phone. Press here, and it plays music. Look, you can even watch videos. Isn't that cool? It's very well designed, and it's lighter than a mobile phone. I really like it.
Track 19. I like it a lot.
I love them so much.
I really like it.
Track 20.
Hi there, Isabella. What are you doing?
I'm doing research for my gap year.
Gap year? Are you going to take a whole year out after university?
Yes, I am. It's probably the only time in my life that I'll have that length of time to travel and see the world. And of course, it will give me time to think about what I want to do in the future.
I suppose it will give you time to think about your options. Where are you thinking of going? Somewhere in Europe?
Well, I've travelled all over France, Germany and Russia, so I feel I know Europe quite well.
That's true. And didn't you spend last summer in Sweden and Denmark?
Yes, I did, and I really enjoyed it. But the world's a big place, and I'd like to see some more of it. I want to go somewhere completely new and different. So my plan is to spend a few months in Asia and then go on to Australia.
Are you sure about that? What about the cost? It will be too expensive.
It won't be too bad. And I'm not just going to travel. I'm going to earn some money during the year too. My plan is to look for temporary jobs to help pay my way. I'd love to do fruit picking in Australia.
I'm still not sure. It sounds like a complete waste of time to me. And how will a gap year look to a future employer? It will look like you just want to have one long holiday.
No, it won't. It will show an employer that I'm independent and can think for myself. And it also shows that I am confident enough to face different challenges. A gap year will make me stand out from other people in a good way. And you know what they say, Raoul. Travel broadens the mind.
Track 21. 1,
Are you going out this evening?
2,
Is she going to do a gap year?
Track 22. 1,
I'm not going. I don't want to.
2,
Are you going to take a whole year out of university?
3,
Where are you thinking of going?
4,
I can't believe she's not going.
5,
They're going to go travelling next year.
6,
I'll go if you're going.
Track 23.
I'm going to tell you about my plans for the future. I'm going to study software engineering at university in Umeå, a small city in the north of Sweden. I'm going to start next year, in October. I'm extremely excited about it. It's going to be an amazing learning experience. I really can't wait, but I'm slightly nervous too. Why is it important to me? Well, it's rather hard to say. There are so many reasons. Well, let me see. First of all, it's a really good university, so I'm sure I'll learn a lot. But I'm also very interested in living in another country and learning a new language. That's Swedish, of course. It's a wonderful opportunity to enjoy myself, make friends, and study something I really like. I'm certainly going to make the most of the experience.